Welcome to day 2 of my 120-day porn detox challenge. Day 2, I still haven't really got as many urges. I'm still just feeling normal. It's not been as hard. I think what's really helped was me just being outside all day. And speaking of being outside, this video, the visual you're seeing right now, is just me walking around Europa Point. It's located in Gibraltar, and it's just literally the end point of Europe. So you'll be seeing parts of Africa, you'll be seeing Spain, and you'll also be seeing this lighthouse. So yeah, tune in because it's really nice. But anyways, back to what you came here to watch the video for, which is porn. And what I want to talk about today in particular is the dopamine trap of porn. You know, why we keep going back to porn. The main reason why we go to porn is because we want to get dopamine. Yeah, you get horny, then after that you want to watch porn, but you start getting used to that feeling, you know, when you release. When you release this thing called dopamine. And if you get used to getting that dopamine easily, you know, you're going to want to keep doing it over and over again. It's like your body is reinforcing you to keep going to that thing that gives you dopamine. For example, when you eat chocolate, like milk chocolate, you get dopamine. When you ace a test, you got 100%, you get dopamine. It's basically your reward system for your brain. And you get that same reward system when you watch porn. It's like you're hacking your brain because your brain doesn't know the difference between you watching porn and you having sex. So when you have sex, you get dopamine because, you know, you just mated with someone else on this planet. You know, you released and then you get dopamine. But when you constantly watch porn over and over and over again, it's like your body thinks that you're having sex and you're going to keep craving that dopamine. So the reason why you're addicted to porn is because you're addicted to dopamine. You're addicted to you getting that hit of dopamine. It's the same reason why you scroll so much on these endless content, you know, on Instagram, short form. You know, you're waiting for that next video that will make you laugh or, you know, will give you some insight on something. So I want to dive deep onto how to break that dopamine trap, how to finally get rid of this porn addiction and start putting that dopamine into other areas of your life. So yeah, let's get into it. So as I said in the last video, I was talking about how porn is an escape. Porn is an escape from something in your life that you either want or you're missing. So for me, as I explained in the last video, I was missing intimacy. And I would go to porn, especially when I was in times when I felt like angry. I was going through some really hard emotion or I just wasn't feeling the best. For you, it might be different. Maybe it's mainly out of boredom. Maybe you really just want to mate. You know, you're horny young guy. So you just go to porn instead of going outside and talking to women. That's how it is for majority of guys. But for me, it was an escape. If you can recognize that escape, it'll make it a lot easier for you to stop watching porn. And once you finally recognize this, to get rid of that dopamine trap, you need to start putting it into other areas of your life. You need to start doing things like playing sports, you know, even just like, I'd say going on a walk can give you some dopamine. Talking to girls, you know, hanging out with friends, spending time with family. It will really shift your mindset into getting dopamine in natural ways, opposed to just getting dopamine from, you know, porn. You know, because we know how porn is. You know, we know that it's cheap. If you were to look at yourself in third person view on your bed watching porn, you look brainless. You're looking at girls on your phone when you could go outside and talk to girls as well. The reason why you go to porn is because you know you're inadequate. Part of you is inadequate. You know, I was inadequate. I couldn't talk to girls. I didn't have any confidence around guys as well. Like I always thought I was inferior. And that's what caused me to go to porn. So if you're constantly watching porn, it's a substitute for something. You know, your life might not be the best. So when you start improving in your life and you stop trying to go to porn, that's when you could finally stop watching porn. It's not just as simple as getting rid of porn. It's improving your life that will really make you stop watching porn. Your self-image, the type of person you are. So, as I said, look at that escape. Really think deep on when you watch porn and why you watch it, because I'm telling you, that's the first step to getting rid of it. It also takes a long time to rewire your brain. So if you right now are finding it hard to quit porn, it's mainly because your brain is still used to you craving all that dopamine, getting that dopamine from porn. So as I said in the last point, get that dopamine in other areas. Get that dopamine from good, healthy sources, because I'm telling you, the more you do this, you'll start rewiring your brain, and over time, you won't crave porn as much. You'll still get horny. That's a normal, natural human being feeling that you have. Everyone gets horny. But it's how you use that energy. It's how you choose to react to that horniness. What you should do is you should be channeling that energy into something productive. So that being said, don't get butthurt if you relapse like a few times. Because if you've had this porn addiction for a long time like me, where you've been relapsing over and over again, you're only like a few months into this. You're basically like a 4-year-old, like a 4-month-year-old when you're trying to get rid of porn. It's still recent. You've been a porn addict for so long. You don't expect your brain to just be like, yep, I'm done. Because it's not that easy. Think about the times when you've made hard decisions. You've done something, you've gone to the gym. It's not as simple as just going to the gym and being like, yeah, I'm big now. No. You need to constantly put in the trials, tribulations. You might not have the best form, so you need to fix it. Same with porn. Constantly be aware of what you're doing that causes triggers, what you're watching, just everything. Be really, really proactive, because I'm telling you, if you are proactive, you will get rid of this porn addiction. As long as you put your attention into this, all of your attention to it, logging, journaling, day by day, you'll start getting better at this. It might not be quick. It might take a few years. It might take a few months. However long it takes, you will get rid of it if you keep on proactively trying to get rid of it. And what I want to get into the last point is to stay strong. Stay strong. This is a fight that is lifelong. Even if you get rid of this porn addiction tomorrow, you're still going to get urges. You're still going to have this battle against porn. Porn is only going to get worse with the future, with AI, with all this stuff, with deep fake, whatever. It's only going to get worse. So stay strong. I'm not saying this to discourage you. I'm not saying this to make you scared. I'm saying this because every day is a constant battle with whatever you're going on, whether it be insecurities, whether that be with porn, whether that be with whatever is going on in your life right now. Stay strong, because I'm telling you, if you stay strong, you really just love yourself. You tell yourself that, listen, you've slipped up, but it's okay. I still believe in you. What's going to automatically happen is you're going to give yourself more fuel to get rid of this. I used to always think of myself as bad when I would relapse, when I would have cravings, and then I'd slip up. But those are the moments when I need to tell myself that I need to keep going. Because when you think like that, when you think that you're just inadequate, you think that you're not the best. I know earlier I said that you're inadequate because you watch porn, but the reason why I say that is because I want you to change. When you look at yourself like that, you look at yourself like you're a victim. You can't grow. Victims don't grow. You need to look at yourself as the man, Look at yourself as someone who was affected by porn. And stay strong. This journey is not going to be easy for me. It's not going to be easy for you. But what I'm learning every day from my journey on porn. It's only been like 2 days, I know. But what I'm learning is that every day is a challenge. It's not just a 120-day challenge. It's 120 days of challenges. Look at every day as one individual day. How can you conquer this day? Not how can I conquer 120 days? Look at every day as if you're going head on with like the greatest army in the world. Stay strong. It's not easy. It's not meant to be easy. But I'm telling you, at the end of these 120 days, not only will you be a way better person, but you will be a new man, reborn. You'll look at yourself so much more confidently. You'll be surprised at how much growth you've made, how you talk differently, how you walk differently. Girls are starting to hold eye contact with you. You're starting to respect yourself. I'm telling you, this journey is something that we're meant to be on. And if you've watched up until this point, I know that you're going to get rid of this addiction. Peace out.